Alright, so here is a quick tip if you are sitting on Emacs and especially in org mode. So how to get the date range calculated by some specific function in org. In essence, how to get the date range value being calculated in org mode inside Emacs. Okay, there's a couple of way of doing it. Let me show you. So let me go to my this is Emacs client running on terminal mode as usual. I'm specifically opening this file for two reasons. I'm a cheapskate, so I love to show off. I don't know what I'm showing off. Anyway, this is my agenda for a long time, and I've been working on this, so it works as a show off. Second thing, it has got a date when I created this. After many years of practicing all those stuff, one fine day I created it. So the point is that this is essentially a org file, right? To insert a date range, Control C and dot. Look at the bottom of the screen. It will prompt you for the date from the calendar, right? You can shift and right arrow key to moves between the dates. So without doing anything fancy, I select the today's date, which is still bang. See, it has given me the date and a day inside the angle bracket. If I do, I'm just giving you a demonstration how it could be done by hand. Okay, I'm doing the same thing with a 2 hyphen. Okay, you see, I've just added an angle bracket to the first naked date which was there, and then 2 dash, then I press Control C and dot to get this particular section where my cursor is hovering, right? So there is a 2 distinct date. So if I wanted to get the range, all I have to do is Control C, Control Y, bang. Look at the bottom of the screen. Look at the echo area, left bottom of the screen. It says 1493 days. Very intuitive, right? So you can easily get the date range calculated by pressing Control C, Control Y. Okay, so now if I dismiss this and if I come here and if I do, there is a 2 way you can get date range: Control C dot and Control C exclamation. I'll enlist you the command once I come to the end of this video, so have patience. Control C dot, the date range, it will, if you do it twice, it will create a date range, but that damn thing will appear in the agenda. Now if you do not want that date range to be appeared in the agenda, all you have to do Control C and exclamation, same twice, so it created it, but this time it will not. If you save that, it will not reflect it in the agenda. That is the only difference. If I do Control C dot and if I select the today's date, then I do Control C dot again, and then I move to some other date, bam, you see. Now here, put your cursor anywhere in between this range, right, and do Control C, Control Y. Look at the bottom of the echo area, it says 3 days, right? Now the thing is that if you save this file as it is right now, and if you create an agenda, it will reflect there. To not doing that, so to reflect in the org agenda, so you could do so Control C and bang. See, it will again prompt me the calendar where I choose the today's date. Okay, see, the angle bracket turned into a square bracket. Now again, if I do Control C and bang, and if I go to some other date, bang, see, there is a distinction. Control C dot will have a angle bracket with the date and day covered, which will be appeared in the agenda. This is Control C and exclamation, which will put the same thing in a square bracket. If you save this file in this form and create an agenda, this date will not going to reflect on the agenda. Okay, now if you do the same thing to get the date range, Control C and Control Y, look at the echo area. So let me go to my Scratch. Let me write it out for you. Control C and C dot, if you press it, it will prompt you for the date, and pressing twice will create a date range. Right? I believe I'm explicit enough. Okay, I've zoomed more. So Control C and C and then exclamation. What it does, if you press it, it will prompt you for the date by presenting the calendar like the previous one, like the previous command. Okay, so pressing it twice create date range. Okay, now the difference is that the first command will reflect on the org agenda. The second command will not reflect in the org agenda. Now the third one, Control C and Control Y, calculate the date range. If you put your cursor, on the date range and press this key combination, then you will get the date range value at the echo area. Mouthful, but I try to be very explicit. When you try this, if you pause this page or in the video, and if you try it on your Emacs, so you should get a clear-cut explanation later. You must visit and read the stuff by pressing Control HK to find out what the keystroke does. Okay, like this. Control HK. Now look at the bottom of the screen. It is asking me to press the key. Control C and dot. If I do, oh, I press the wrong key then. Control H and K, Control C and dot. Really? What happened? So basically what I'm trying to say that you should find out that how these things will work. Okay, so these are the three things. If you're sitting on an org file inside Emacs, you could try this to find the date range of a particular thing, right? So I hope it will be useful for some people who use org mode day-to-day basis. If it skips your mind or if you missed out on it somehow, you could use this method. Okay, thanks for watching.